intro. Welcome back.
Okay.
So, welcome back.
My name is Adele.
My name is Beliya, and we're here talking about
Chicken.
No, it's not chicken.
It's a joke. LOL. Anyway.
Okay, so we are talking about a hot topic of a hot wings today, and that topic is mental health while you're in university. Yeah, it's wild. But here's the chat, yeah? We just realized that Adele and I graduated a year apart, exactly the same
In the same month.
So
that's
cute.
Yeah, so it's really cool. So it's this November is going to be 2 years since Beliya graduated and exactly 1 year since I graduated. So we thought, let us do this video over hot wings, hot topic over hot wings. And basically did you already say what the topic is?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Mental health in university.
So mental health in university, people. If you can relate, like this video.
If you can relate, subscribe. If you can relate, comment. If you can relate, continue surviving life.
If you can't relate, but you like chicken, subscribe. Anyway, okay, so which university were you at? What degree did you do? And I already said when you graduated.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So I was at Stellenbosch University. I did a degree in finance and entrepreneurship. It was really, really, really hard because I first did a what's that called? That thing.
Foundation?
Yes, foundation, because my maths was really bad. I was really bad at maths. It was just a whole thing. Then I graduated by the grace of God, honestly, because in varsity, I was depressed for half of the time while I was there, and a lot of people didn't know.
Okay.
And because a lot of people didn't know, it made it harder for me to even open up to people. You know what I mean? So even just being around friends and stuff, like the culture in varsity at Stellenbosch was more like drink, go out, get back to your own room or your own space, and then shut down.
Do the things.
Do the things. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to detail about the struggles, but let me just give a little bit of background. So I went to University of Kent. In the UK, in Canterbury to be specific. I love Canterbury. It was really a nice small town. I did a degree in environmental social science, so my degree was a mouthful. Environmental social science with a year in professional practice.
Correct. Look at her.
Ding,
English
ding, ding, ding.
on point.
Yeah. So that's the degree that I did. And again, also by God's grace, I graduated because your girl did not think that those 4 years would pass ever.
Your girl is also your girl.
Yeah.
Me.
So when I met Beliya, obviously I didn't know all of this stuff about, like the stuff that she went through and she struggled with in university. And it just so happens that every time I would vent to somebody about university, they would also be like, oh, I went through this, I did this, I was always in the council.
Oh my gosh, me too.
And I'm like, so is we not alone here?
Is we not?
Yeah. So like, it's one of those things where, like, it's because some of you might be just thinking like, oh yeah, they're saying that because school is hard. Yes, like uni is hard, it's a challenge, but then on top of that, there's those things that you just go through when you're like in your room by yourself.
Yeah,
there's 1,000,001 things going through your head, and it wasn't easy. So should we list like the struggles?
Yeah. So I think the first struggle is.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. We're childish. Yeah. Number one is balancing school and your finances. So this is the first time you're actually outside of your parents' care. If you're like me and Adele, where you're just in a new city in your own time, doing your own thing, you have to balance just surviving academics and also surviving on your allowance with no work, which is just the biggest pain because you've never had to do that before. Everything was taken care of for you, and then your brain is just like, what is shutting this? Down?
What happened?
What's going on?
Yeah, it's good, and I guess it's okay. It is a struggle, but then I guess it teaches you like life lessons, so it's a good thing. Okay, number two.
Wait,
number two. Number two is I think being away from family or being away from people that, because okay, not everybody's family is the best, but being away from people that are familiar, people that you're comfortable with, I think is very difficult. Yeah. Because you've already like built your own network, whether it's in your hometown or like at your old school, whatever. You've already built your network, and then all of a sudden there's new people around you and all of that stuff. And okay, no, this is another one. Can we go to number three?
Okay, let's go to number three.
Number three. Number three is that like it's a different culture. Like for me anyway, it's
Even
a different culture. You see, because you were in the different parts
very Afrikaans.
Yeah.
very South African. I'm very Zambian. Very Afrikaans, very white, very different. So it was definitely a different culture. Just the culture shock in general.
So it's a different culture. You know, okay, yes, everybody's speaking English, but maybe your accent might be different. People can't exactly, you know, relate to your jokes or your struggles or whatever. So I really did feel that disconnect with a lot of people that were around me. But I did have a lot of people in my class who that were nice and whatever. But at the end of the day, like there's a certain vibe that I have with my friends. Like I can just walk into a room and my friends be, hey, whoa, hey, and then now all of a sudden everyone's more come, hi Adele. How's the weather today?
This is the English country.
What do you mean? Like, so it's not that everybody was that bougie, but it's just like, yes, definitely, like, it's a culture thing. So that,
And then,
Number
four is the last one, because these wings are going down.
Number four,
I've munched these wings, people.
Yeah.
Listen, and they're supposed to be hot, but shout out to Hungry Lion.
Yeah, because they're not so hot.
No, they're not. Next time we're getting hotter than this. Maybe we should get some hot sauce. But
You
not
die.
now. No, I won't die. Oh my gosh. Anyway, number four. I think number four has to be just the adjustment in yourself. So you start actually having more conversations with yourself. You start discovering new parts of who you are, and then you start uncovering things that you never had the opportunity to do while you were in high school. Because high school is so structured, and you had to be there at this time. Varsity gives you so much more freedom to just decide on your own terms if you're gonna go to class or not. If you're gonna show up somewhere or not. So those conversations that you have with yourself are so crazy, and your brain just runs around like a mad person. So basically, it's just like a shift from childhood into adulthood, and that gap is just hard. It's really, really hard. But the light at the end of the tunnel is maybe you get a YouTube channel and you vent about the problems.
Okay, number five.
Number five. I thought we said number four was number last, but number five should be number last time.
Okay, number five is number last.
Oh wait, let's count. Four.
Another one.
Five.
Okay, number five is number last. Anyway, okay. So number five, I think, is for me, university was the point that I realized that mental health issues are for real.
For the realest.
Speaking
That's
to
so
you,
true.
world, as an African, like, yeah, you do hear people saying, oh yeah, you know, I'm really depressed or I'm really whatever, but you do not realize that these things are actually for real.
Yeah.
And they affect your life. I did not know that anxiety was a thing.
I'm telling you.
I've never had a panic attack until I was in university. Y'all, it's real. If you can relate, if there's something you want to chat about, if there's things that you have personally gone through, even now, even just as a working person or whatever you want to chat about, please hit us up in the comment section, and you know, we'll answer questions and tell you about our experiences. I don't think I can sit here and be like, oh yes, I went through all of these things and now I did this and this and this and now I know. No. It was still a struggle up to today. There's still like mental things that I have to deal with, especially with all the changes that I went through in university. But mental health is real, and I don't know, like, I'm really glad that people in Zambia are starting to talk about these things, because, you know, obviously things need to be discussed and people need help and whatever.
So solutions, right? Find people that you can talk to. Don't isolate yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Find people that you can talk to and take the steps into figuring out what actually makes you happy. Write those things down and focus on those, because what you focus on is what will grow in your heart, in your space. So find the people that you can talk to. Write down the things.
We're not saying it's easy.
We're not.
But it helps
to take
some
process.
Steps.
It's
it
a
helps
small,
to take some steps.
100%.
And then also, so you said speak up.
There's a man outside.
Anyway, so you said like speak to people and all of that stuff. Another thing I would say is don't. I know this is going to sound hard, and like if you've been through these things, you're going to be like, "Oh, shut up." But don't isolate yourself.
No, it's the worst.
Sometimes the only thing you want to do is I'm a culprit. Me, hands up here.
It's true. I have to force myself.
The dark. Yeah, like
I have
just,
to.
of just like sitting in the dark and just like wallowing in my things. But sometimes don't isolate yourself, even if it means like, oh, today I'm just going to take a walk to town and come back. Today I'm just going to try and sit with this person, or I'm going to go for coffee with one person. I feel like the busier I made myself in university, I only really just like got over all of this stuff in final year because that's when I started
Oh, me too.
modeling and this and that, whatever. So the more like busy I kept myself, the better I felt. So like maybe try that. What are the things that you like to do, and maybe you could join a few clubs, even if it's not easy.
Yeah.
But just don't be in your own space all the time. Sunlight, fresh air is really important.
Correct. Okay, shout out to you people. We're done.
Yeah.
I think that's a good session.
The wings are not finished, but honestly, we will be finishing them.
We'll be in the next episode because we'll recycle.
No, we're finishing them today. Anyway,
Okay.
I think that's the end of this video.
Yes.
Now, everybody knows what they're supposed to do at the end of the video, right?
Everybody, you've come this far. Don't go this far without going further than this. Subscribe.
Do the things, hit the...
Where is it? It's down here.
Yeah, hit the button.
Yeah.
Do the things. Show us some support. Leave us a comment. Show us some love. Let us know what you want to hear. So I think that's a bye from us today. Bye.
Bye. Oh, you're saying bye with the wings.
Yeah.
Bye, people.